Long ago, in a land of hills and valleys, a young shepherd named David cared for his family's sheep. His days were filled with walking beside quiet streams, watching the sky and protecting the flock from danger. David was not the biggest or strongest person in his village, but he was faithful and brave. When a sheep wandered away, he followed. When a wild animal crept near, he stood firm. These simple days trained his heart to trust God and his hands to act with care. At that time, a great threat loomed over David's people. A powerful enemy army camped on one side of a wide valley, while David's people camped on the other. Each day felt heavy with fear. From the enemy side came a giant warrior, tall as a tower and strong as a storm. His armor shone like metal mountains, and his steps shook the ground. The people of Israel felt small and afraid. No one dared to face the giant, and hope seemed to shrink with each sunrise. David arrived at the camp one morning to bring food to his older brothers. He noticed the sadness in the air and the way courage seemed to hide. David listened, learned, and felt a spark rise in his heart. He remembered the quiet fields, the roaring lions, and the many times God had helped him protect his sheep. He believed that the same strength would be with him now. While others focused on the giant's size, David focused on God's power. He did not wear heavy armor because it slowed him down. Instead, he chose what he knew best. He picked up a sling and selected 5 smooth stones from a stream. The stones were small, but they were steady, shaped by water and time. David walked into the valley with calm steps. The ground was wide and open, and the sky stretched above him. The giant moved forward with thunderous confidence, but David kept going. He remembered that courage does not come from being fearless, but from trusting something greater than fear. As the distance closed, David swung his sling with practiced care. The stone flew straight and true. In a moment that felt quick and endless, the giant fell. The ground that once shook with fear became still. The impossible had happened, and hope rushed back like sunlight after a storm. The enemy army scattered, and David's people were filled with joy. A young shepherd had changed everything, not with size or strength, but with faith and courage. David did not win because he was the strongest. He won because he trusted God and used the gifts he already had. David's victory became a reminder that stayed with the people for generations. It taught them that no challenge is too big when God is near. It showed that even the smallest person can make a great difference. It proved that bravery often begins in quiet places, grown through faithfulness in small tasks. This story still matters today. Life can feel like a valley, and problems can seem like giants. Fear may whisper that something is too hard or that someone is too small to succeed, but courage grows when trust leads the way. Like David, anyone can face hard moments by remembering that strength does not always look loud or powerful. Sometimes it looks like a small stone, a steady hand, and a brave heart that believes.